thanks to EA for giving me early access. What's up everyone, my name is Marie, welcome to my channel, and welcome to another Sims 4 Businesses and Hobbies speed build. So before we dive into it, a quick disclaimer that this is not actually final software. This is a special version of the game where I just have the base game and the new pack available to me in early access, of course, thanks to the EA Creator Network. So nothing you see here is final software, everything is subject to change, and that's also why you can see my username kind of floating around on screen here. So with that out of the way, I am sharing another build with all of you, and this one's in the more industrial area of the new world of Nordhaven. So the other one was in the more downtown looking area that kind of reminded me of Amsterdam quite a bit actually. And so this one's very different. This is a more industrial area by the harbor. There's lots of water here. You can see that there's a lot of warehouses around, sort of like renovated warehouses, and just a lot of concrete, a lot of gray, just a little bit more industrial looking. So that was a really fun style to sort of dive into. We do have windows and doors and just like build items that cater towards both those build styles. So more like downtown area, like Amsterdam, like almost. And then there's more industrial type of stuff as well. You can really tell by the doors that I'm using that match that base game window perfectly. The round one that I'm using here up top, that was just like such a great match. And we just have a lot of really nice like steel frame doors and stuff that really work nicely with this style. And so this is really fun for me to do because I generally just really like doing more industrial type of builds, renovated warehouses type things. And it's definitely been a minute since I've done that. I will say I was definitely missing some packs that we have in the game these days that have those really great like industrial things that really cater towards this style. So obviously I just had the base game in the new pack, which is a nice challenge to like really focus on the new stuff. But it does definitely make me very excited to also build in this area of Nordhaven with the rest of my packs, or the rest of the packs available to me that I have in my game. I'm really excited to explore that more as well, because I think it's gonna really combine nicely with, say, eco lifestyle. I think would look really good here. There is that one more industrial kit that we had a long time ago. I think the industrial loft kit is what it's called. That one is gonna go so nicely here as well. So we definitely have some things that I'm very excited to try out in this particular area of the world and really just dive into my industrial build era a little bit more, because I just really love it and I haven't really been doing that lately. So yeah, this is definitely sparking something in that regard. But yeah, for this build today, again, I'm doing sort of like a combined business with an apartment type thing. For some reason, that is just the thing that I'm most excited for when it comes to this pack. When you start a small business, you can basically just create these combined businesses if you wanted to, especially if you have multiple Sims that can kind of help out and run the place. Then it's definitely very much possible to have like a combined business type thing. And that's what I was going for here as well. So I was thinking of a couple living in the apartment on the second floor, and then one of them runs the gym. They're like a professional trainer, like a personal trainer type of person, and they have their own gym and they help people out. And then there is also a tattoo parlor next to it that is really small that the other Sim basically runs, or like they're the tattoo artist is what I was imagining. That one's really small, so I was definitely thinking that they're just starting out, probably kind of successful, but definitely just starting out. The place is kind of small. I can totally see that maybe these Sims at some point will outgrow this and they'll have to move somewhere else where they can kind of expand their business and have a bigger gym and hire multiple personal trainers, maybe hire another tattoo artist for their tattoo parlor, you know, that sort of stuff. So that's kind of what I was thinking, but I was thinking that these Sims would just be starting out. And yeah, so that's basically what we're doing today, and I just thought that was so much fun. I hadn't really been focusing on or using any of the tattoo stuff before I started building this particular build, so that was really fun for me to kind of see what that was all about and what it looks like. and how you can combine it with other items. So I was definitely having a lot of fun with that. And the way this would run, I think, from my understanding, would be that for the gym area, you would set you would place the ticket kiosk, and then you can set an hourly or a one-time fee for people to come in. So that's what you'll do, and then people can just use the gym. And then on top of that, if Sims want to get a tattoo, you'll obviously charge the Sims for the service of giving them a tattoo. So you can just kind of charge Sims through that tattoo table. You can charge Sims basically like with massages and stuff. Basically, it works the same. So I think that the way that works, because this would be one complete business with just two different things to do essentially. So everyone that visits this place, be it for the gym or the tattoo parlor, would have to sign in or check in and pay that hourly or one-time fee. And then they're free to use the gym or do whatever else business activities you kind of set up. But then also if they want to get a tattoo, they'll have to pay for the tattoo on top of that, I think is how that works. But I haven't actually done any gameplay of running a tattoo parlor and giving Sims tattoos. I'm doing like a tiny little let's play to explore the pack on my channel as well. And I did have my Sims get a tattoo, so I know kind of how that works, but I haven't really actually done any gameplay of being the tattoo artist and like running a business where you give other Sims tattoos. So we'll have to basically just go and see how that works or if this is functional. But I think the way that I set it up is probably functional. I mean, I think so. I wouldn't know why not. So I think it should all be fine. And then what I did do this time was I created a staircase, or I placed a staircase on the exterior of the build leading up to the apartment. So that's the way to get to the apartment. You can't get to the residential area from the inside. You can only take the stairs outside and up, and then there is a little roof terrace or like a little balcony out there, and then there's a front door into the apartment, which I thought was so fun. The shape of this actually came out pretty funky because I don't know, I was just building for vibes and I wanted there to be like a fun shape to this building, and that's how the build came out the way it did. And then of course it turned out to be pretty small as well, but I still wanted there to be two businesses essentially, so the gym and also the tattoo parlor. So that was definitely a little bit of fiddling around floor plan wise, but I did manage to make it work, and I think it turned out really, really fun. I just love this industrial style a lot, and the new brick that we have in the game works so well. You can see that I'm using it here on the inside as well. I just love that brick. I always love when we get new like brick textures in the game. I just really like using those. There's that other like bigger brick, if you could say, or like a stone almost, that I'm using here on the inside on the half wall that I also really like. I think that is so pretty. Then there's obviously the new swatches for the base game counters and stuff. So I'm obsessed with the colors coming in this, coming with this pack, and the things that you can do color scheme wise, I think is just so much fun. So yeah, the way I laid out this gym, it's actually pretty self-explanatory. It's kind of simple. I obviously really wanted this to be optimal for gameplay as well, so that's why it's not super cluttered. I wanted there to be enough space for Sims to basically route around, just walk around, maybe just stand around a little bit and talk to each other, socialize, you know, that sort of stuff. So for the gym, I essentially just placed a front door. Obviously, I put a burglar alarm because we do need those now, so I placed that. And then we just have a fun little entryway where you can maybe hang your coat. There is a small kitchenette there where you can maybe grab some coffee or just grab some water when you're doing your training or when you're done with your training, you know, something like that. And then of course we just have a bunch of gym equipment. I placed 2 treadmills by the window. We have a couple of weightlifting machines and then also a punching bag. So it really feels like a very exclusive gym where you can really only train with a few people at the same time. That's kind of what I was going for. I did do another build last week where I actually built like an office building, a cafe, and then also sort of like an exclusive gym. So I guess I'm just kind of doing the same thing now. But this one's even smaller and maybe a little bit less luxurious looking than the one that I built last week. But this one's just like, I don't know, just a little bit smaller. It feels very personal. Obviously, we do have some lockers in here as well. We do have a little locker room and a small bathroom, but there's only one bathroom and it's like a combined shower and toilet. So you really have to wait your turn. You really can't be here with too many Sims at the same time, which I guess you could kind of control by setting your target audience. So you can do maybe just famous Sims or maybe just young adults. I don't know why you would do that, but for example. And then you can also set if you want them to be very wealthy or if you want them to be poor. I feel like for this gym, especially, you would maybe want to set it to wealthy Sims. I kind of feel like that would make sense because I feel like training here would maybe be sort of expensive. So maybe that's the thing that you can do to not have your little tiny gym overflow with just like everyone coming into the place, you know what I mean? So that's definitely something that you can sort of control, but never all the way. So it's just kind of fun to see how stuff plays out that way. And then, of course, next to the gym, we have this really tiny tattoo parlor that I really had to be creative with the space because it's only very small. So obviously, right off the bat, I placed this tattoo table. Is that what you could call it? I'm not exactly sure. That's what I'm going to call it, though. Just like a little tattoo table in the middle of the space. I also love that rug. I know I'm just using the black swatch of this rug, but I think it looks so good in here. The texture on it is gorgeous, and I just really like how it looks. I also placed a little sink here and some counter space as well. I placed a little coffee maker. I thought that would be kind of fun if your Sims are getting a tattoo, or if you're going with someone that's getting a tattoo and you're just kind of waiting maybe, then you can have your Sims just make some coffee. You can maybe set that as a business activity so people actually enjoy doing that here. And then that counts towards how successful your shop is and like leveling up and stuff like that. So I think that's kind of fun. And then for the rest, it's just kind of small. So I placed some chairs around and some love seats so Sims can just sort of hang out, have their coffee, watch while other Sims are getting tattooed, and just like hang out and socialize a little bit. That's essentially the vibe that I was going for this tiny little space. There's also a small backyard here that is actually attached to the gym. The gym has a sliding glass door out to the back, and then I ended up placing some extra gym equipment there as well. So yeah, your Sims can actually do some working out outside when the weather is nice. I really am, speaking of the weather, I'm really curious to see when I get this pack into my own game with all my packs installed, including seasons. I'm really curious to see what the weather is going to be like in this area of the world, because one of the neighborhoods is obviously very much inspired also by Amsterdam, and it rains a lot here. So I wonder how rainy it's going to be here. And then obviously I think we're also going to get a bunch of snow maybe in the winter time because it's like Nordic inspired. So especially this area of the world. So I really wonder how the weather is going to be in Nordhaven. I just think that that is such a fun thing to kind of explore when you get new packs as well, especially with seasons. So yeah, it's kind of fun. But then out here, as you can see, I placed some extra gym equipment, some punching bags, a little table for Sims to maybe hang out when they're done with their workout. So it's not just working out, but there's also like a social aspect to all of it. I guess the same goes for the tattoo parlor. So yeah, that's basically what I was going for here. And yeah, now that I've been doing a little bit more building with this pack, I will say I really like it. I really like the build by stuff. I think it's really pretty. I'm obsessed with the more retro looking items and swatches, and I really like the wallpapers, the floors as well. This tile that I'm using here that you can see sort of has a distressed like pattern, or more of like a worn pattern, and I really like that. I think that that is such a unique thing that we don't really have in the game just yet, so that is such a fun addition. I also feel like this stuff combines really nicely with the more industrial base game stuff here. You can see that I'm using this little set of a love seat and a chair outside on the balcony. That's from base game, and I just think that that combines really well with the colors of the wallpapers and the floors and stuff like that, so I feel like it ties in really, really nicely. There are some things that I'm missing. I would have loved a 3-seater couch. We do have 2 or 3 love seats, and I really like them all. I think they're really pretty. We also have 2 armchairs that I really, really like. I just would have loved if one of those love seats would have come in a 3-seater version of a couch as well. I think that would have been so perfect. But I do really, really like it. There is also there's a double bed in this pack that I really like. I think it's a little bit more basic, but elevated. The swatches are gorgeous. The colors are really, really pretty and easy to combine. I wish we would have gotten a single bed version of that as well. That would have been absolutely perfect. So yeah, there's just little things like that. There's always more to be had, you know? As happy as I am with the stuff that's in the pack already, I'm just like, oh, I love this bed so much. If only we could have had it in a single bed version as well. That would have been so perfect, you know, that sort of stuff. But I guess you can't have it all. I really, really, really like the stuff that it comes with though. I think the colors are gorgeous. This floor, I'm always down for a new hardwood floor. I think they're so fun. I always use wood floors. They're definitely the type of floor that I use the most. I also use a lot of tile, but barely ever for like bedrooms, living rooms. I do use them in kitchens, bathrooms and stuff, of course, but I love wood floors. It is something that I'm used to and I just really enjoy it. And I really like the one that comes with this pack. I'm using it in here as well. I just think it's really pretty. The swatches are gorgeous. I don't know, I just really enjoy it. And then the wallpaper as well, the brown wallpaper I think is really nice. Also comes in different colors that I enjoy. So yeah, I don't know, so far I've definitely been enjoying the build buy that comes with this pack. And then I'm just very excited to get it in my own game so I can just kind of see how it combines with other packs. I feel like Eco Lifestyle would be perfect for this area in particular, stuff like that. So I'm just really excited to see how that's going to play out. Here you can see that we are working on this apartment in the meantime. There's just a really nice open kitchen, dining, living room space, I guess. It's kind of small though, so I didn't really have the space for a full-on dining table. We do have some island counters here, so I placed some bar stools by the island counters, and then that's just going to be your dining table for this space. There's also only one bedroom in this apartment, so definitely if there's like a young couple running this business, they're probably mostly focused on running their business and like their careers at first, but definitely if they want to expand the family, then at some point they're going to have to move. Also, if they want to expand their business, at some point they're going to have to move. I mean, you could obviously adjust the building as well, maybe add on to it in build mode, you know, that's definitely something you could do. But in this neighborhood, there is also a really cool sort of like abandoned lot, like a small business lot that you can, I think, purchase and then completely renovate, which would be so cool to do as well. That's definitely some gameplay that I want to try out. It's just like a really old abandoned sort of warehouse type thing that needs a lot of TLC. And it would be so fun to kind of like have your Sims purchase that and then build a small business from the ground up and renovate it over time and add on to it over time. I think that is such a fun gameplay project. So I think that's definitely something I want to dive into as well, maybe in another mini Let's Play, or maybe if I want to continue the mini Let's Play that I'm doing on my channel right now, exploring the pack, maybe we could do that at some point. I don't know, but that's gonna do it for this build. So let's jump into the game and I'll show you the build in real time. So here we have the build in the game, and let me show you around this neighborhood a little bit. So you can see that there's lots of water. There's a bunch of warehouses around. I also really like these modern houses over here. I wish these were not just debug. I wish these were real. It would have been so cool to have these as actual buildable lots. That would have been amazing, but unfortunately we don't. We do have a lot here that's empty, and then there's a lot here that's empty, so that's a really nice big one as well, actually, where you can maybe do like a multi-unit lot or something if you have for rent. There's a mermaid over here, which I think is so pretty. That definitely reminds me of Denmark. And then back here is that lot that I was just talking about that is sort of an abandoned area that you can purchase as a small business venue, and then you can really just like renovate that over time and do something cool with it. It's really, really big. There's even a playground area back here as well. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's bathrooms. So yeah, that's interesting to see what you can do with that. But back to my little gym and tattoo parlor. This is what it looks like. I think it's really cozy. We have this sort of like driveway moment here, but not for cars, but for bicycles. So I parked those there. This is a debug item, by the way. And then this is the door into the gym, and then this is the door into the tattoo parlor. And then we have a staircase going up to the apartment, but let me show you the inside. So first of all, here we have the gym, which is kind of self-explanatory. We just have a bunch of gym equipment here. It is kind of cramped, but not too cramped, I don't think. I put some greenery in for the vibes. There is a small kitchenette here with a coffee maker and a sink, so your Sims can grab some coffee or some water. Not sure why my door got yeeted. That is interesting. Hang on. Okay, that's better. I had this really cool door leading into the locker room here, and then obviously there's a door into the bathroom as well. I don't know why I got yeeted. I had that problem earlier as well when I was taking screenshots. My counters here got yeeted, so I don't know why the game is doing that. Maybe because I built it with move objects on. I'm not sure. In any case, here in the back we have some more gym equipment. You can do a little outdoorsy workout if you wanted to, if the weather is nice, or maybe hang out with a cup of coffee. And then over on this side here is where we have the tiny tattoo parlor. So there's a small coat rack here when you first walk in, and then I really like this divider. I think that is such a pretty item, and I really liked using it here as well. There's a fun mural, we have a sink, some more coffee, some tattoo clutter like ink and stuff, and then of course the tattoo table where you can offer tattoos or hire a tattoo artist, of course. And then there's just a bunch of seating to kind of hang out in this place. Then upstairs is where we have the apartment. So this is a small balcony out front. I thought it'd be nice to have some outdoor space attached to the apartment. I could have made it bigger, of course, but I just kind of liked having this. So there's a small seating area here, a table here, some planters. Oh, one of my planters got deleted as well. I'll just place a little base game planter here. That's fine. And then when we go inside, this is where we have the small apartment. I really like the color scheme here in the living room. I think these couches are so pretty. And then the darker woods, oh, it's really nice. Back here is where we have a small study area or desk space where I also placed a drawing tablet. I thought this would be the area for the tattoo artist to sit down and come up with new tattoo designs and stuff. There is a small kitchen here with a bunch of cabinets actually, which is really nice, and then some island counters as well. And off of the entryway here is where we have a small bathroom with just a shower, a toilet, and a sink, and then there's a bedroom over here. I really like the colors in here. I think this pop of yellow is so fun. And then we also have a pop of yellow in this tiny lamp and different shades of blue. I really like this tall wardrobe. I'm so glad that we have a really nice basic tall wardrobe. I've been wanting that for so long. And then just some decorations over here on this side as well. But that is actually it for this build. So unfortunately, it's not on the gallery yet. Once the pack actually comes out, I will do my best to transfer over all my save files so that I can actually upload the builds that I did. So at some point you will be able to, but not right now. But that's gonna do it for this video, so I really hope that you enjoyed this one. You can't download it off the gallery just yet, but soon you hopefully will be able to. You can follow me on Instagram if you'd like. My username on there is Simmery Sims. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so, and if you'd like to get notified of every single time I upload, just click that little bell icon. I also live stream on Twitch a few times a week, so if you're interested in that, go ahead and give me a follow over on twitch.tv/Simmery Sims. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!